Fast food hero shooter. Classes, tank, DPS support, we don't need them. Alright? In this game, we have carbs, protein, and vitamins instead. So all you really need to know. Now we're going to go through some carbs. Developed a bunch of carbohydrate types on my own. These are some examples of some of them that I'm not going to specifically show you today. But I made the kits of 5 of them I think you're really going to like. Sadly, the red M&M, Grimace, Chuck E. Cheese, Jolly Green Giant, they didn't cut it. So first up, we got Tony the Tiger. He's a 2-star difficulty character. He's a sort of a dive type with the 650 health pool. You can kind of think about him like Captain America. He's got his own ultimate. We're great. He screams it. I didn't want to stand Tony the Tiger for too long. Because, apparently some people are weird about that, but we're moving on. Okay, next, we got Aunt Jemima. Yes, Aunt Jemima is a carb, not a protein. So, she's got a throwable pancake main fire. I imagine this character, it's not literally just the black lady Aunt Jemima. She's more like made of syrup, like a whole syrup woman. And she plays very much like a tank. She slows enemies down. She hits them with some melee sometimes too. Her melee, it's good, She's got 25 ammos for the pancake fire. She's an all-around great character. But it takes a little bit to master her, alright? Now, this is a mascot. It is the Chick-fil-A cow. It's not the Chick-fil-A chicken that's on the logo. It's the Chick-fil-A cow that tells you to eat more chicken. But what he does in retaliation to that, he summons chickens from around the map that explode. His main fire is, as a cow, he headbutts people. He's got a dash ability that causes some knockback, similar to the Thing in this latest update. I'm really proud of this ultimate Sunday service. Just has the potential to cut down a lot on the health of the enemies. If a bunch of enemies are already low from maybe another ultimate, the cow can pop this one and just eviscerate a team. It could be very good. It could be very good when paired up with other things. But that's why he's a tank, Of course, we can't discount the King, the Burger King. I imagine him holding a staff. And, he's able to kind of use that when he fights. He's got his ultimate Impossible Whopper. So for a brief moment, the enemy team does become vegan. They cannot attack meat-based characters, which there's surprisingly less of than you'd normally think. Like Aunt Jemima, we just covered. They wouldn't be able to attack Aunt Jemima because she's not. Or wait, yeah, they would be able to attack Jemima because she's not made of meat. Like the damage would just bounce off of the rest of them, but except Aunt Jemima, Jolly Green Giant, and the red M&M, because I think that's vegan. Now, I'm really proud of how I don't have specific moves for this kit yet. I'm working on it still, but the reason he's got 1,500 hit points is because all of his moves use his tank of Kool-Aid. So he needs that because he'll be spending 100 points just to do some of his moves to cause more damage to, farm some more aura. And then, of course, his ultimate is, oh yeah. This guy really needs a pocket healer to function. And you'll actually see when you heal him that his tank fills up more and more with liquid. You don't really need to look at his actual health bar. But yeah, there's no way I wasn't putting the Kool-Aid Man in here as a tank. It's a 4-star difficulty because, again, you got to manage all that stuff. Yeah. So, we're moving on to the proteins. Now, the proteins, they're the damage guys. There was a lot of characters to consider for this, but I think I got only the best for you here. Alright. But yeah, Land O'Lakes Lady, Charlie Toon. Really, you can make anything into a DPS, but I think I made the right decision. And obviously, I'm not going to do this entire video without talking about the GOAT himself, Ronald J. McDonald. Now, Ronald, he is a 5-star difficulty character. I want to get that straight. He's the Spider-Man of this Food Rivals game. It should just be called Food Fight. He's the Spider-Man of Food Fight. He's got a primary fire of like some McDonald's fries. It doesn't do much damage. It does like... I didn't want to mark all these things as damage, but hey, his main thing when he does want to deal damage is he'll use his hammer ability. You know, he'll take out his hammer, do a pretty big swing. It's got a 4-second cooldown. Just because he's a clown, he's also got a 12-second cooldown teleport. Maybe that's a bit low for a teleport ability. I don't know. But what I want to focus on for Ronald McDonald, and this is what makes him really tricky, is his ice cream machine ability. Now, if you know anything about McDonald's, their ice cream machines are always broken down. So, what we have here is Ronald McDonald will place down an ice cream machine, and he can damage it enough. If he deals a certain amount of damage to it, or if any character deals a certain amount of damage to it, it blows up into an ice cream mess, causing damage to the enemies. So if you really want to know what the strat for this character is, he's kind of like a dive. He goes in and he wants to place down his ice cream machine. He wants to like really hammer it up, and then right before it's about to blow, because it deals damage to allies too, it's just an explosion, he wants to teleport away. And he's got to try to manage that with with his primary fire, getting chased down. He's a very difficult character to get a grasp of, so I felt like the 5 stars was fitting. And his ultimate is also very similar to Spider-Man's, where he just kind of does a confetti blast continually. He's like, you know, and that causes some damage too, but it's not necessarily great. It's also better to use that in conjunction with the other things in the kit. So you really gotta figure out your management stuff here to be like a truly effective Ronald McDonald. Maybe he should be a 4-star instead of a 5-star, probably, but yeah, probably 4-star, because he does have that primary fire that Spider-Man doesn't have. Well, whatever. Next up, we got the Noid. All right, I wasn't really thinking about this one too much. Noid, he's got a pogo. He tosses pizzas, and I thought I'd give him a little bit of a rage ability. Yeah, 1-star character, not that effective at high level play, high elo at fast food. You're not gonna really do that good with this character. You're just not. And looking up his ultimate, even Pizza Ruiner, it just gives him free range to do what he's already doing. It doesn't even give him like any extra bonus health. If it gave him bonus health, it would really be great, but it just doesn't. So yeah, honestly, to be effective with him, he's probably more of a 3-star, 4-star character, but like he's a 1-star character just because there's not much to him. There's not much to get. The Little Caesar, he's a pretty decent character. His primary fire is his spear. He's got this crazy bread ability that does give him a bit of a rage induced. He literally goes crazy. His pizza shield is alright. His movement speed is pretty good. A lot of people discount that, but it does put him above the rest of the pack, really. And while his ultimate Hot and Ready can be a bit underwhelming, it is like it is noticeable when he has like 375 health. I mean, he's a pretty good kit overall. I'm not so sure what he can do. A lot of people say like supports, he like really needs the support. I don't really think so. I think he has a certain amount of survivability that other characters don't. But hey, maybe that's just me. Now, Colonel Sanders is a really interesting player. Like, you get someone that's really good, they'll go in, they will like activate their Friar Toss, he'll throw out his laser vision, and then he just very quickly, he burrows away. He's got a 10-second burrow. A lot of people don't think of. And a really good Colonel Sanders, they know to use the 11 herbs and spices trick, like to pepper their enemies before they do the laser vision for that extra damage. And if you get them really good at that 11 herbs and spices peppering ability, it can be very effective. And then also combining the Burrow ability with the Thanksgiving execution, it can just be a pretty good all around. I honestly don't know why more people don't play him. He's very good. Next we got Chef Boyardee. I think he's really cool because he gets to all of his abilities it comes from that pot. Don't know what he was making in there. His ultimate is I love how halfway through this I started judging the characters that I made. Wow. His flight is pretty good, I imagine. I imagine he plays very similar to Iron Man, but with like the carpet bomb ability instead of just the giant pulse. Even though he's got a little more health, I really liked how he can. I really liked how he's got a similar thing to he's got a similar thing to Colonel Sanders, where Colonel Sanders can use his 11 herbs and spices to like pepper you. He can also salt you and then use all of his ravioli bombs and dump his pot. Could probably benefit from one extra ability, maybe a bit more health if he doesn't have that, but all around that, he's probably a pretty effective character. I mean, it would always adjusting the damage on whatever, to make him effective. Wow, we're already done with the DPS. Okay, now we're on to the vitamins. These guys are integral. They keep your backline going really well, and you need at least 2 vitamins for an effective party. And again, I'm considering all of these characters for other vitamins, but I also do think we got the 5 best ones for presenting at the beta launch today. Okay, so we got Little Debbie. Her primary fire, just like it also heals. It's just cosmic brownies she throws at you, or just like sugary things. She kind of has this ability where it's a sweet factory, where she can plop down like a miniature factory that keeps on shooting out other Little Debbie treats separate from her. She's got a whole healing turret with 400 health, which is a lot. Little Debbie is probably one of the most effective characters in the game. Her being a 1-star is like honestly noticeable because her ultimate is also just really good. Little Debbie pulls out a 50 caliber M2 HB machine gun and is able to mow down the enemy front line with ease. She used to be definitely is because if she pops her sweet factory and then pops her ult, it's almost game over. Like, the only grace in this situation is that she has a low health pool and can be taken out of her machine gun form, and she does move slower when she's in it. So, usually when you hear her say, "I'm getting serious now," like, she's taken out. And then her sweet roll ability is also really good. She summons a giant sweet roll. She rolls it over, is able to roll it over enemies in kind of an AoE stun thing. It's not that big, though. It's only really if she gets cornered. And then it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then anyone that walks over the sweet roll when it's unrolled, and while the enemy's still there, they get a little bit of healing. So Little Debbie, probably one of the most effective healers in the game. And then we got the Starbucks Siren. She's got Song of the Sea. Heals with an enchanting song. Her healing really isn't that good. She has one healing ability that has a 12-second cooldown. Granted, it heals everyone around her, like, what's roughly, like 250 to 300 health, depending sometimes. So that's, like, really good. And she can escape. She's more of a DPS than a healer sometimes, depending on who's playing it. And then her ult is like her ult is all right. It just has to be buffed in the next patch. Now Curly, when I made Curly, it was initially going to be Wendy's. I was stuck on what to give Wendy the entire time. But it ended up turning into because I didn't know Dairy Queen had a mascot until I started doing this video. Only healer, only vitamin with 300 hit points. It's really good, but their healing is not so good, but also really good if you get good at it. It stacks 3 times on a 4-second cooldown, and anytime you hit someone, they do slowly, not so much slowly. They kind of go up, and like one other player around them gets their health up too. So it's pretty good. And then they also have a waffle cone fire ability. 26. Again, not great damage, but I mean, it can headshot and it can also crit. So if you got a really good aim, you can get better. And this character can even be not so bad with their health pool on the front lines. Their Blizzard doing a wide damage burst. It's not small. It's kind of made for someone to like get off of you. It deals a lot of knockback. And if you can go straight from that into your waffle cone, hitting a bunch of, you can take out some targets pretty well. And then the throne, Curly sits upon an icy throne in the sky and is able to revive up to 2 team. It's really, but you gotta know when to use that still. And when you're in the front, it's harder to know when to use that. Okay. Now, a lot of people say that Chester Cheetah, first off, people don't really understand how Chester Cheetah really works. And it bugs me because it all says it pretty plainly. So Chester Cheetah normally has a health pool of 125. But not really, as you'll be able to see. They have a primary fire of throwing a Cheeto. It doesn't heal, it just deals damage. But again, this is why this character, this is the best healer in the game right here. This is the best healer in the game, and no one knows how to play it right. So, because you gotta keep on just eating the Cheetos. If you're not eating the Cheetos constantly as this character, you're doomed to fail. So, alright, let's go over this real quick. So when you eat a Cheeto, eating a Cheeto has a 5-second cooldown. That's not that much. People say it's too much. That's not that much. Eat a Cheeto and gain 1 Flaming Hot point. And when they gain a Flaming Hot point, they also gain 25 hit points. In the first Flaming Hot point, it doubles your movement speed. The next one, Flaming Hot point you do, that's triple your movement speed, your base movement speed. Next one is 4 times your base movement speed. So you keep on increasing that value. And you can have up to 7. Remember, each time you have a Flaming Hot point, you're also getting hit points. So, you don't really only have 125 hit points. If you're a Chester Cheetah in main, and you are normally running at around, like, even say 200 hit points, you're playing it wrong. That means you only have 3 Flaming Hot points on you right now. And I get it. Fire, Prometheus, you feel like you're a healer, so you have to be dropping that a lot. But it's really much better if you just save up on your way after you die to the battlefield. Just keep on eating your hot Cheetos. And then by the time you're there, you can just drop it ain't easy being cheesy, and then just that happens. The only thing that makes us hard is that people know that Chester Cheetah is the best in the game. They know that. So what they try to do is they try to just target Chester Cheetah. They use all the slowing effects like we talked about earlier. Aunt Jemima does kind of hard counter Chester Cheetah in a lot of ways. And so does like other healers sometimes with like larger AoE. But I just don't understand why other people aren't getting this character quicker. Like this is Chester Cheetahs right now is what's making the meta what the meta is. I can make another video about the fast food meta, but like it'll probably come soon. Okay, and then last but not least, we have Hootie. I just want to go over Hootie real quick. Hootie is a 3-star. I don't know why he's a 3-star. Or she, I guess. Passive, can fly. Passive, enemies on the opposing team will sometimes have their crosshair only locked onto you and will be unable to fire. So, like, if you want, this is like a perfect flanker. This is the perfect flanker. Because also people are playing this character wrong. They think, oh, great, I'm distracting from my teammates. No, whenever you see that happen, you need to also target the person you have distracted. Like, that's what you need to do. Your air slashes are pretty good. You got to use them. And if you and you need to know when to shoulder your allies. Shoulder, look at this. Hootie can land on an ally's shoulder, instantly healing them for full health. That's good. You instantly heal them for full health. It's not going to mean anything, though, if someone's locked onto your crosshair and then you dive someone to heal them. That person you're going to dive to heal, they're just going to get taken out first because they're following you. Like, it's pretty good if you get a good Hootie player, like, that's a really good thing because they will be distracting your enemy team like the entire time, or just kind of being in the air doing air slashes, diving down. Like, a good Hootie player is good. A bad Hootie player is going to cause your entire game to crumble. Yeah, and I don't have anything after that. I'm trying to think if there's anything I didn't really cover. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna say don't really worry about who you play too much. It's a very fun game, and yeah, of course, just have fun with whatever you play as. Unless you're a bad Chester Cheetah.